On today's episode of the DeRaud-Messinger Show, we're rating the secondary and special teams for Texas in the newest EA Sports college football video game. Longhorns fans, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. It's greatly appreciated. And check us out at HornSports.com for all the latest in Texas news. Now, Dylan, I'm gonna be quite honest here. You know, sometimes we gotta lose the filter. The secondary going into the season, they're on the hot seat, right, Dylan? So they have to prove to Texas fans that they're worthy of elevating their game. Of course, Sarkisian and co. have upgraded several positions, and then other positions just, Dylan, were a lot of freshman talent that has shown ability to play up, but now they're going to have to do that more consistently. So with that being said, I'll list out a couple of names and a group rating because I love doing those, Dylan. It's a little bit of a cheat, but I'm going to do it anyway. So Terrence Brooks, Malik Muhammad, and Derek Williams Jr. For those three, I'll give a range of 80 to 85. How do you feel about that?
I think that's fair. I think you could also go like 82 for all of them at this point. Malik Muhammad, just with his talent level, you could see him going up to an 85 with just how the impact that he was able to make last year with Ryan Watts out at times and guys needing to step up, right? So that would be one name that I would definitely throw in the hat to be a little higher than the others. But yeah, I think again 80 to 85, nothing too crazy in terms of 88 to 90 with these cornerbacks, sadly, but definitely potential just with their age and more experience along the way. I think that they can have some room to grow, Devon, and it won't look as bad as people might expect at the end of the season.
I think, as you said, by the end of the season, it might be a pleasant surprise. I think the group, yet again, famous last words, you come back at the end of next year, and Dylan, I could get flamed, but the group heading into the 2024 season looks like it will be the strength of the defense. But were you going to say something there?
Well, Rome Odunze and Michael Penix both graduated, Devon, so there's a little less things to be concerned about now.
That's a good start to a changed productive
The environment
standpoint.
is different.
Yeah. Well, you were being nice. You only listed one of the Washington wide receivers, Dylan. There were three. Anyway, sorry to give some people a trigger warning there, a news flash. But the next guy I want to mention is Michael Taft. 83 overall, Dylan. Safety, that's what I'm going with, of course. He's made a name for himself on campus. Former walk-on, however, he seems to step up in the big moments when the team is needing a turnover. I'm going 83.
Yeah, I think that's completely fair. I mean, obviously, talent level-wise, he's not up to par with a lot of the other athletes at safety, but the impact that he's been able to make just with being in the right spots, Devin, and ball hawking and just clutch moments, I think that's incredibly worthy of at least a mid-round or mid 80 rating.
Exactly, and I think what's holding him back rating-wise is probably a lot of the physical tools, Dylan. He's not the tallest or fastest of guys, but as we were talking about, he seems to always find his way to where the football is, and having covered him in high school, Dylan, we both can attest to, it seems like he always comes away from a game with some sort of turnover, typically the interception, and let's see if he keeps it up here. Now, Dylan, we got some exciting names next. My boy, Jahdae Barron at DB. I'm going high here. You might disagree with me, but just he's been consistently the most consistent player for this group. I'm going 91 for Jahdae. How do you feel?
Yeah, I think just with the position that he's playing, mark him as an impact player. I've got him as a 90, Devin. I seem to like just to put everything one overall
you don't
beneath
like
you.
me. You're showing that on your ratings here.
It's fine. We all got our different takes, okay? Nothing
Takes.
against you. All right. There's just more I like to see. I think again, I'm going to continue to use the meat on the bone analogy, not on the boat. Hopefully, it's not on the boat, Devin. But yeah, I would have a 90.
He's
just with
got some meat on
skill
the
set,
boat.
speed, and being We're just gonna pass it along now as I continue to mess this one up. But yeah, meat on the boat. Mark it down.
There might be meat on the boat if you're on a cruise, Dylan, and this group has seen a lot of endless territory that they haven't been covering. But hopefully, this is the
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
This is the I think maybe the year where Texas starts showing a little bit more DBU than they have in the past. Now, Barron, 91 for me. Dylan had a 90. I'm going Andrew Makuba next. Another Austin guy. Barron also, Pflugerville Connolly
Yeah.
grad. Makuba went to LBJ. Now, his first year at Clemson, Dylan, showed a lot of promise and would probably be rated more like a 92, honestly. Was really a stud in college football. I believe injuries riddled him last season. Played a little bit less in terms of just the star power that we know he can produce. But still, we have seen what he can do. So I'm going to give him an 88 overall. What do you think?
Yeah, I was about to say, just recency wise, I was definitely going to go with an 88. But again, if he's healthy and able to contribute to just his the fullest extent towards his talent, right? No reason he won't be above a 98 by the end of the season. But again, that's the staying healthy part.
Exactly. Now we're moving to the special teams. Dylan wanted me to add the returners here, so we'll talk about them, but I really just wanted a moment to talk about Bert Auburn. Now,
Yeah.
if we could rate hair, Dylan, I think a 99 cap
Yeah.
would just not do it. I think it's 100 plus. But jokes aside, although I was entirely serious there, Bert Auburn, I'm giving a 96 with a 98 accuracy. Of course, I think he broke a couple records doing for kickers at Texas last season, which is a tough thing to do. I think he had the most consecutive kicks made. And also, Dylan was, I think, leading college football in field goals. So that goes for the accuracy, 98 accuracy, 90 on the kick power. Are you aligned there? Are you going higher or lower?
Yeah, Devin. I mean, most kickers I would say are afraid of the wind. Burt, he just looks better in the wind, right? Just kicking the ball, right? So again, the
Are we
clutch
talking about the
factor,
hair or the
what he's been
football?
able to do consistency wise. I think the hair analogy was mostly what I was going for, but we're
Okay.
going to do with both. With just his ability to hit anything within under 50 yards, Devin, that's got to be one of the best kickers that you can have in the game. Albeit they're not going to just be giving anybody the 99. The 8 seems like a lot. I think the 96 is the sweet spot, just in terms of what he's been able to accomplish and the accuracy that he has.
And Dylan, it's quite rare, I think, for a college football fan to second guess a coach when it comes to kicking field goals versus going for it. But this was, I feel like this past year was one of the rare occasions in terms of a point in time where fans were urging their coach to kick the field goal instead of go for it on fourth down. And yet again, with Bert Auburn's 98 accuracy, according to me, I mean, there's no reason to really doubt those fans from the couches last year. But Dylan, punter is next. Now we have a new punter. I believe he was a 5-star punter according to the punter ratings, Dylan, not the 24/7 ratings. Michael Kern. Punters usually don't get too much ratings love in terms of the overall rating. So I'm going to go with an 80, but yet again, quite the leg. I'm excited to see someone that Texas has brought on to the program and not just someone that's walked on, Dylan. He's got his solid commitment from Jeff Banks. How do you feel here?
Mm. I'm gonna have to agree.
I know
Again,
I
it's a
know you've
punter.
watched a
There's
lot
only
of
so much that
punters
we can go
tape, so
off of.
I want to hear your breakdown here.
Listen, I've been grinding in the room, stay up to 4 a.m. watching punts. The technique that Kern has is just next
Okay,
level,
Iowa.
right? But in my own personal opinion, there's some work he has to do in accuracy. I think he's got the kick power though. But yeah, like you said, I think 80's the right spot.
Now, Dylan, kick return and punt return. Let's just start with punt return. Dylan, your projected guy, I believe, was Silas Bolden. Is that correct?
Oh yeah.
Now, Silas Bolden, Dylan, the Oregon State transfer. If you look at the highlight reel, as Dylan said, he was spending late nights up till 4 a.m. watching. I mean, that is a flash. I don't know exactly what to give it, but I'm going to go, Dylan, I'll go 94. How do you feel?
No, I mean, I think that's a good spot. I'd go 95, truly, just to kind of throw one on there. But his ability, just his, I'm going to try to say this word correctly, Devin, elusiveness this time. It separates him from a lot of others, especially with his speed and size, right? So he's going to make for a fun player to use, and I'm sure some of the juke moves might get a little annoying as guys return the punts, right? But it really just comes down to having the punt coverage and being able to return the ball.
Oh, exactly. Now kick return, Matthew Golden.
Yeah.
Yet again, Bolden Golden. Start it now. Matthew Golden, just a star, really, on special teams. I'm going to give him a 95. Dylan Bolden might even make some playing time here. Jadon Blue might, depending on how much Sarkisian's trying to shield him from the potential of getting injured on special teams. But guys want to return kicks. I mean, Dylan, that's one of the life's few lessons that you can take away is I don't care what position you are, whether you're a running back, wide receiver, or you're on the O-line, they want to return the ball. And so I think all of them will try to make their way on that special teams group. And I think they'll all get a chance in some way, shape, or form. So Golden, I'll give it 95. Jadon Blue, Dylan, 90. He showed flashes last year. In Bolden, again, on the kick return, probably similar 93, 94 score if he is lined up there. What's your take?
Yeah, I think the only one that I would change is Matthew Golden. I would have him at a 97. I think he's the clear-cut best kick returner that you can have in NCAA, and he's going to be a guy that no one's going to want to kick to, Devon. But sadly, still with having Bolden and Blue, depending on the formation, there's really no great way to put it, right, when you're kicking that ball off other than just sending it out of bounds. So we'll see how much that happens.
Yeah, Golden is not leaving any meat on the boat, Dylan. But more importantly than your guys' opinions, well, no, nothing's more important than yours. Let us know if you're going to give these guys the same grades as we did. Let us know. Yet again, is there meat on the boat in terms of some of these ratings? To quote Dylan, I got to throw it under the bus one more time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a great rest of your day.